This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company...
Hi, welcome back to Stanley Parable. This is version 3. Oh! Yeah, if you want to see the little intro video, it's on version 1, so watch it there. So, yes, this is version 3. Oh, this is version 3.
Stanley decided to go to the staff lounge to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others.
I'm so scared of everything.
So the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
Yep.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Now in version 1 and 2, I went through the right door, and I think I've done all the options I can. There's probably going to be some versions of the game which I'm not going to cover, but I don't know how many different versions there are. This could be the last version, or I could do a couple more. We'll see how it goes. But in this version, I shall go through the left, and I will obey the narrator. So going to the staff lounge. Somewhere over the rainbow.
As Stanley entered the lounge, he was horrified to find not a single person here.
No!
He decided he would walk up to see his boss, hoping that he would find an answer there.
Bow. Okay, now we are going to see the boss. So if you haven't gathered, in this version I shall completely follow the narrator. Just follows. And because in the other two I didn't. So,
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
See, this could be another version where I go downstairs, but we'll see. Mr. Bossman, oh no, you're not home. Oh,
Entering his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Dun, dun.
It was at this point that he began to feel dizzy and a little sick,
Oh no.
and even thought he might pass out.
What?
When suddenly he noticed a keypad next to the filing cabinet in the corner of his boss's office. Stanley had never seen this panel before and had no idea what combination of numbers would produce any result.
No.
In fact, only Stanley's boss knew this.
Well, that's no
since
good.
the panel withheld access to the boss's greatest, darkest secret. And so he had assigned the keypad a combination that only he could possibly know. The number of his freshman dorm number in college. 1957.
Okay, thanks.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
You want me to push it? Right. Well, I can't leave. So, this is my only option.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the keypad was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 1957.
Okay, so I'm going to wait around for a bit, because I'm trying to obey the narrator. I'm going to wait around a little bit.
1957.
Okay, fine. Sending me mixed messages, and...
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Wow.
Amazing. Stanley ventured forth into the newly opened passageway.
I'm scared. I'm a little... What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Hello?
As he drew deeper into the bowels of the building, Stanley had no idea where he was or what this place held.
Nope.
And just as he began to think he might not discover a thing, he emerged into a long room to find...
What? To find what? I'm scared. Whoa.
Rows and rows of monitors.
Ugh.
Screens with a number above it.
That's mine.
Stanley noticed, however, that these were not random numbers, but the number of employees who worked in the building, his co-workers.
Yeah.
Even his own number, 427, had a place on the wall. But why a setup so elaborate, he asked. Was this simple surveillance or something even more? And as if in answer to his question, the wall slid open before him,
Wow.
revealing the ultimate truth of the situation.
Ultimate truth of the situation. Sorry.
An enormous control panel Stanley discovered, but not one that controlled simple machinery.
What
Buttons
is
were
this?
labelled with emotions. Happy, sad.
Where?
Levers and knobs controlled actions.
Where?
Walking, eating, doing work, or watching TV. Every input on this device monitored not the functions of a machine, but of a human being.
Mind
And the
is
reality
blown.
began to sink in. Stanley, like so many other people, reduced to images on a monitor, had been under someone's control, always at the mercy of this machine. Could this have been the only reason employee number 427 was content with his boring job? That a machine had altered his emotions to accept it blindly? He began to feel an unbridled rage, and at the peak of his anger, something happened.
Oh God. What?
A spark. Stanley looked up and saw the generator
whoa,
overhead, still providing some small amount of power to the machine, keeping it alive.
Right.
And knowing that this generator was all that kept the controls running, Stanley moved to the ladder in the back of the room and began to climb towards the rafters.
Right, okay. Climbing. Whee! That was fun. Bang, bang, bang. I have no idea what's happening. Is the narrator the evil boss guy who's controlling us then? Do you think? Whee!
The higher Stanley climbed, the closer he felt to freedom, the further from enslavement.
Something's gonna happen. Oh, I'm in the wrong side. Sorry. Whee! That was awesome. Okay, that's gonna open at some point, isn't it? Okay. Ooh. Right. So, which one, Mr. Narrator? Which one, Mr. Narrator? Disable? I take it it's disable. If I'm supposed to stop it, then... What did I do?
Blackness,
Oh.
power gone, all alone, and then...
Hello. Hello. Don't... No jump scares, please. And then what? Oh God. Ooh. I can't move. Right.
As he stepped through the door into the fresh outside air, a feeling of liberation rushed through Stanley's body.
Yeah.
He had seen power, he had seen enslavement, and he had destroyed it. The underling was in control now.
Oh,
He had found his leading role.
Woo.
Stanley never discovered why everyone had gone missing, nor how and when he had come under the machine's control. But it didn't upset him terribly, because he knew that
He's a
this was
bastard.
how things were meant to happen. All he felt was a delight unlike any he had ever known before. Never again would he follow someone else's orders without question. Never again would anyone tell Stanley where to go, what to do, or how to feel. No more bosses. No more instructions on a screen. Stanley decides for himself now. And he stepped out into the world, and he felt the cool breeze upon his skin, and Stanley was happy.
That's nice and contradictory because obviously followed orders to get out. But I guess now he is free to do whatever he wants. That's very good. That's very good. I think there are a couple more versions I could get out of that. Yes. That is an interesting game. That is really interesting. They're doing an HD remix, which they're trying to get. It's on Steam Greenlight at the moment. I think they're trying to get it on Steam properly. So it'd be good to play that version when it comes out. But this is really fun. I think there might be a couple more versions I could get out of this, so I may do a couple more goes, because I just want to know every little outcome of what happens. This is awesome. I like this. I like games like this where you just, what happens? So that was version 3. So I hope you enjoyed that. And yeah, I will probably squeeze out a few more versions. So hopefully you'll join me for this.